also Uncle Bill O'Reilly, the greatest living American journalist.
Bill O'Reilly, America loves you.
Bill-O is the man, and he's a great American. Bill-O, fair and balanced views. So glad he comments on the news. Bill-O is balanced and Bill-O is fair. Bill-O, thank God that you are there. Bill-O's heart, it beats red, white, and blue, and everything he says is true. Old Keith Olbermann is who the liberals like, but Keith goes running when Bill takes the mic. Bill O'Reilly was heaven sent. Oh, won't you run for? Oh, please, Bill, run for. Oh, please, Bill, be our president in 2012. Bill O'Reilly will be president for America. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Hi, I'm Bill O'Reilly. Thank you for watching us tonight. Is America a torture nation? That is the subject of this evening's Talking Points memo. President Obama personally ordered the release of some CIA memos on tough interrogation techniques in play after the 9/11 attack. And I say good. I now want a national debate on the issue. Here are the headlines today in the New York Times and the Washington Post. The Times opining memos spell out brutal CIA mode of interrogation. The Post bannering new interrogation details emerge. Quite a difference in the headlines, right? Now, the Times takes the far-left view that any rough stuff is torture. That newspaper wants no coerced interrogation at all. If you go beyond posing questions in an even voice, you're torturing, according to the Times. Although a left-leaning paper as well, the Washington Post at least presents both sides of the story and does not use editorial opinions in its headlines as the Times did today. By the way, that's a breach of journalistic standards, and I'm sure the Columbia Journalism Review will point that out in its next edition. The debate is fairly simple. No rough stuff at all, as opposed to the limited use of harsh techniques which have produced life-saving information. According to the memos themselves, waterboarding was used on just 3 people and produced good intel. A doctor was standing by during the process, which lasted less than 40 seconds. Sleep deprivation, cold rooms, and the threat of a caterpillar were also used on captured terrorists, about 30 of them, the CIA questioned. Writing in the Wall Street Journal today, former CIA Chief Michael Hayden and former Attorney General Michael Mukasey say, quote, the harsh techniques themselves were used selectively against only a small number of hardcore prisoners who successfully resisted other forms of interrogation, and then only with the explicit authorization of the director of the CIA. Fully half of the government's knowledge about the structure and activities of al-Qaeda came from those interrogations. But now the Obama administration says not going to use those techniques. So if Americans are killed again by terrorists, the process of striking back will obviously be much harder. So it's your duty as citizens, ladies and gentlemen, to make the call here. The left-wing media has sold the world a brutal falsehood that we're a torture nation, that the USA indiscriminately and sadistically harmed human beings on a massive scale. The New York Times and NBC News have made a campaign out of this propaganda. To his credit, President Obama has shut down any mechanism that would allow a witch hunt over harsh interrogations, but it's clear the president is playing to his committed left-wing base by sympathizing somewhat with the witch hunters. It is the president's job to protect Americans from harm. And like him or not, President Bush did that after 9/11. It remains to be seen whether Mr. Obama's anti-terror vision will be more effective. And that's a memo.
I'll close tonight the way Frank always used to close, with a prayer for America's troops. Lord Jesus, protect our soldiers, especially those in harm's way in Iraq and Afghanistan. May you bring them all home safe and sound. But Lord, may you bring them all home. God bless you all. God bless you conservatives for watching, listening. And to you liberals, I suggest that you convert to conservatism, because in your heart, you know I'm right. And in your heart, you know Governor Palin is right. And you know she's the right choice for America. Thank you, my fellow Americans. Good night. And y'all come back now, you hear?